and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call.
Rob?
Yep.
Bill?
Yeah.
Joyce? Yep. Linda? Gilbert?
Yes.
Chuck?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Everybody have a chance to look through the written minutes and stuff, and any questions? If not, motion is entertained to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve it.
I'll second it.
Is that you, Gilbert?
Yes, ma'am.
Rob?
Yep.
Gilbert?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Joyce? Yeah. Chuck?
Yes.
And Rob, I'm gonna go through the financial report.
Okay, we got 2 months for this time.
Yeah,
Okay.
like August and September bank,
August,
right?
September.
Reconciled date of 8/31/2025. UAN balance was $1,885,560.15. Receipts was $82,823.32. Payments was $57,701.94 with 0 adjustments for a final balance of $1,910,681.53. Any questions on that?
Sir.
Okay, so we need a motion to approve
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
for the August.
Yeah, all bank, right? Joyce?
Yeah.
Bill?
Yes.
Rob?
Yep.
Gilbert?
Yes.
Chuck?
Yes.
In September then.
Okay, reconciled date of 9/30/2025, UAN balance was $1,910,681.53. Receipts was $99,861.88. Payments, $129,596.09, and 0 adjustments for a final balance of $1,879,962.32. Any questions?
Not, a motion to approve.
I make the motion to approve.
Second?
I'll second
Gilbert?
Yes.
Joyce? Chuck?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Rob?
Yep.
Okay. We got some special guests tonight, so Ron, you wanna go first?
As soon as I can get out of the chair.
Okay.
Okay,
This is Ron
so you
Cook.
know me, I'm Ron Cook. You go across the bridge, I'm the first house on the left, okay? Lived there 48 years. A few weeks ago, well, the start of the year, I found John, asked him to do the ditch bank, and he said he would, with the sickle bar, which they always did every year. The county came in and sprayed this side, the south side. Okay? About a week later, I went over and asked John if he could sickle bar it again, because it'd been all summer. And he raised his voice, it's the county's shit and everything else. So I said, okay, I left. And as the mayor knows, I called the county and talked to Andrea. But the rule is, you have an agreement with the county for the south side only, not the north side.
No, that's not true. We have agreement that they have access from the south
Yeah.
side. But they're responsible for the ditch. They're responsible for the ditch.
Yeah, but they do not have access on the north side to spray it. Because I said, I'll give you permission to come on my, no, there's no agreement. We can't do it.
That's right.
That's okay. You go our driveway out front, 12 inches from the driveway down is a property stake. All that big dish is town property.
No, it's not. It's
Yes, it is. It's surveyed. It is. I'll show you the property
The
stake.
county's responsible for it.
I'm saying, no, we mow it. We have for 48 years mowed all of that and all the way back. The only thing, years ago, I came up to the council meeting and asked them to do the ditch bank 4 times a year. They says, no, we'll do it 3 times. It's been done once this year. I'm just asking to get something done. John got really irate with me and I left. I wasn't going to argue with him. It's ridiculous, didn't you, John?
Yeah, because we've had this conversation numerous times
But
and you
it's
get
not-
loud
but
with me
it's-
about it too. It's not our ditch.
It's not your ditch,
No.
but it's your town property
No,
on
it's
that,
not.
on the top part, it is.
And I
The
would
top
have,
of it where the weeds are is town property, and you don't sickle bar it. You don't wanna do it.
We have a sickle bar anymore.
Well, yeah, we do, but here's the point is, we're going on personal property. And that's where the problem is. Your property you're talking about, that's your own personal property, and that becomes the whole thing. We don't have an easement on your property. And that creates the whole other issue.
No, that ditch down there, that big dip, that is town property. I got the property stakes, I had it surveyed. There's markers out there. And there's a real small triangle in the back on the other side of the ditch we own. It's probably about this wide and it goes down less than the length of this ditch. You could hit it with a rider and have it mowed. John knows that, 'cause I even showed it to him years ago. But I'm just asking to have it sickle barred. I can't do it because I've had 5 knees, 2 hips. I've been in the ditch 3 times. My wife's been in it twice and she's got a bad hip. But she still mows it out front because I can't because it's such a slot.
Right.
I only asked for it to be sickle barred 3 times a year. Is that too much to ask? Or 2 times a year?
well, first off, Ron, we didn't do this forever, okay? We bought that sickle bar 5 years ago and started doing it as a courtesy.
Yes, because we take care of the town property.
Okay, I'll mow your little circle right there.
Just do the ditch bank.
I'm
with
not
the
coming
sickle
on
bar.
private property.
No, it's city, it's town property.
Okay,
Past
so-
my driveway, and I told you, I gave you permission to drive on it. I'll write a
Alex?
voucher for it.
Alex, are we allowed to go on private property?
I mean, I don't think it's the world's best idea.
But if they have permission, they can.
So what happens when John goes on your private property and he gets injured?
Then he's a bad driver.
Oh,
It's all flat, he's not gonna get hurt.
you
Well,
gotta,
then I got insurance then,
Or my
okay?
tractor rolls over in the ditch.
Then
Now-
you got too far over the ditch bank, it's stupid.
Yeah, this
It's
is
the driver-
stupid is
it's the
right.
driver
This is
doing that.
Stupid is right.
It's the driver doing it then. I just asked for it to be cut off twice a year, is that too much?
Well,
I'll leave now, you guys decide what you want. But I'm sick and tired of arguing with some people.
Well,
John. To you too, buddy.
okay, we'll discuss this later. Well, you guys want to come forward and see what you have to,
Yes,
state your name for the record, and,
Jeremy Brown, I'm Chris Brown.
okay.
you
I own-
related?
Twins.
Couldn't tell that.
I own a corner lot, 315 Monroe Street, and I like to have a small house built. So I brought this, of what it's gonna look like.
Just to him and his wife.
Yeah, it's just me and my wife. The 2 kids are grown up, already out. We live in Sandusky, but we just wanted to build a small house to live in.
Yeah. I guess the question, is there a tap or a John now? Probably not, is there? So that's the issue, we have to get a tap in.
Well, no, the issue is the tiny house. I didn't know what to say about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a zoning thing that you guys will have.
I mean, when you're
to
saying
decide
tiny house,
because-
is it less than 1,000 square feet, or?
Yeah, it's like 800.
From the zoning, and I have to go back and look at the regs on it, and John, if I misstep, correct me.
No, I wasn't sure how to approach
There
it, so
is
I told him it would be a good idea if he brought the
There's a
information
frontage
to
you
council.
have to build on it. It's like 71 feet or something.
He's
like
got
that.
2 lots. He's got plenty of
He's got plenty
property.
of property.
Okay, so that's not.
It's just the foundation thing and everything that goes along with it. That's, yeah, I don't know how
So
that,
that, what kind of foundation we talking?
So it's gonna be cinder block foundation.
Okay,
I have a picture in the bunch right there where it's circled, what it would look like.
yeah. So I guess the issue comes down to, I don't know if we have a square footage rule that I remember in the zoning requirements, right? I don't think there's one in
I
there.
have to go through
Yeah,
and
so,
look.
I
I
mean-
can't be certain.
it would surprise me if we did.
I don't think we do,
Yeah,
but
so I don't-
don't quote me on that.
I mean, we have to do a little research to make sure we're correct, but I don't think there's a impediment there. I mean, there's gonna be the cost to put the sewer tap in and.
Is my property, is that city sewer?
Yes.
And then what about the water? 'Cause
You'll
I
have
had
to drill a well.
You'd have
drill a
to-
well,
We have to
okay,
drill a well there because of that location, because we don't have water service up in the ridge.
okay,
I know a well driller.
So is it like
Yeah.
315
okay.
on
It's
Myrtle
right,
Street?
it's right
It's right by Jerry's property originally, right?
to the north of
Okay,
Jerry's
where
property.
the alleyway's at.
Well, it's,
Alleyway in that way.
it's a street, it's
Street.
James Street.
He lives over
This
Or not
line
Taylor.
does show,
Holman,
looks like 4x4s
Holman drilling.
underneath it,
Okay.
Okay,
but you're saying it's gonna be cinder block?
I just had a well
Yes.
drilled, yeah.
Just like in the picture that I show,
Yeah.
Don't look that little.
yeah.
Compared to what you were born in, probably isn't.
See how they, see,
I guess, from my perspective, I don't have a problem with tiny homes as long as they're structured correctly so that they meet, basically, we can't have trailers and things like that.
Yeah, it's
But
not
if-
considered.
It's gonna be a structure.
stick like a stick house.
Yeah, I can read off in the, how exactly how it's made.
But I think you got plenty of property, so
Yeah.
that's not the issue there. And as long as it's got a gable roof and stuff on it and all those
Yes.
things, it doesn't, a flat roof, it doesn't look like a trailer.
How is this any different than like a traditional like ranch house?
That's what I thought.
It's,
Yeah. That's,
Yeah.
that's,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Sounds like a
there's
ranch
limits.
house.
Yeah. Oh, a cute little one.
the picture I seen, it looked more like a shed, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, the picture's misleading because the
That's why-
4x4's under it, sitting on cinder blocks like it's down.
Well, that's why I
beneath the
wanted
end or
him to bring it to
something
you.
like that. Yeah, but he's saying it's gonna be on a regular cinder block foundation.
Yes.
Yeah.
you can always add on if you and your wife get in an argument.
Been together for 23
We're
years.
just gonna go outside for a little while. Come right back in.
I get this. I mean, we don't want people living in sheds.
No.
I'm following the.
Yeah.
Dog houses are fine though.
Yeah.
Most of us are in there anyhow.
Yeah.
I'm there.
23 years, they're rookies.
I think as long as it's somewhat conventionally structured, it has a foundation and everything correctly and all that stuff.
Are you two gonna build it, or you're gonna? have some build it?
Actually, it'll be already built, delivered,
Oh, okay.
but we'll have to do the inside.
So it's
You
a
know.
prefab.
Yes,
It's kind of like the
prefab.
one they built on my property out there. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as,
I got these right here. It's kind of like engineer drawings for like how much wind it can withstand, snow load, how the structure's built.
Any different than my shed's rack.
well, no, that's true now. A lot of these other tiny homes is a popular thing now.
Yeah,
I mean,
I-
a lot
Oh,
of
I'm
the
sorry.
communities are
No,
It's like a modular,
doing those things, so.
or pre-made, pre-formed.
So what do you need from us, John? Just approval to do
I
it?
mean, it is a shed, but
So,
So is my garage.
right.
so this
But
is,
that's being used not for
I understand,
habitation,
I
so.
understand. But it may,
that's-
it may at some point.
John, why do
'Cause my wife may
you,
kick me out.
John, why do you think it's a shed?
Well, it's 16x8 and it comes on a flatbed truck. It's on 4x4s. I mean,
well, this is how it's built right here.
But that's
Has-
just a perception.
Right.
so that's why I wanted them to bring it to you guys.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I think,
Well, I mean, let's back up and look at the other way. To your point, if you said it was a shed, it's an awfully big shed.
16x8?
No, this
No,
is 16
by
by 56.
Oh, the paper I seen looked like it said 16.
I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah, that's what you were
It's
saying.
got all
was
the
shit.
dimensions.
it's
Yeah.
it's pretty good size.
So this is how it's built.
How would you orient it on the property?
So it's gonna have to come in 2 halves then.
No, it'll come into one.
Yeah.
It's a big
Get
jump.
oversized.
Yeah, it'll be there.
It'll be
for that.
oversized, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's built, it has 2x6 treated floor joist, 16 on center, 3/4 of an inch tongue and groove flooring, 2x4 wall studs, 16 on center, and then double studs every 4 feet. 2x4 trusses, 16 on center, with decking under the metal roofing. It'll have, plywood, just like a normal house. It has LP Smart Siding, 50-year warranty. It has the metal roof, is 40-year warranty. And the front porch is treated and stained.
I know exactly what these are. We have some in Bowling Green. They kind of, it's kind of what they're building like when they do
Habitat for
habitat
Humanity,
houses.
yeah.
They're that
Yeah.
type of size. They can be pretty small. There's one around where am I seeing it? I swear I pass one all the time. It's not maybe Bascom, but it's something like that I see popping up. I think I'm envisioning what this looks like now,
Yes.
more so than I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
And it does have a peak roof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think as long as we have a permanent foundation, all that stuff, and it sits on the foundation,
Okay.
then we're okay with it. I think that's my view right now. I mean, cause
Could I build a foundation like?
It's gonna end up, the foundation's gonna end up having to be above ground, unless you're gonna pay for a bunch of hammering.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, because everything's.
yeah. It might be easier, it might be easier to pour a foundation because of that out there.
Can the foundation look like this?
No, I think it has to be enclosed.
Enclosed?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so. Yeah, I think it needs to be enclosed.
Dig down for footers?
Boy, you ain't gonna be able to dig down much.
Yeah,
I don't, you probably already sampled the ground, right?
yeah.
All the rock under there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why they call it the ridge. you
Yeah.
know, So, I mean, as long as it looks like a conventional house,
Yes.
I mean, if you put the foundation all the way and you seal it, so like that, so the animals can't get under and all that stuff.
Sort of like the house next door, the brick wall's only this
Yeah.
tall that it's sitting on,
Yeah.
the house right next door.
Yeah, they got a small crawl
Yeah.
space
That's
under
no
there.
problem. And I mean, you're probably smart to have a crawl space so you can do service
Yeah.
work, because
Yeah.
eventually something's gonna go wrong,
Mhm.
you know, so you can get your water meter under there and all that stuff and protect all that stuff.
No water meter.
Oh, that's right, that's right, you don't have,
That's
that's
right.
right,
That'd be able
yeah. So, yeah, I think we're okay with it, as long as you put a
A
solid
nice,
foundation under
nice
it.
foundation.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow.
I think
welcome to
that's gonna
the
benefit you to do
Yeah,
that.
appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
We're looking for council members. Are you interested?
I work a lot of hours.
So do we.
Yeah. I work for the labor's union. You know in Sandusky, they're building that big data center?
Oh,
That's where we're working right now. So,
So when you would start this project, in spring or
oh,
tomorrow?
as soon as possible.
oh, good.
Yeah, so. I think that's, I
Well, the
think,
permits on our side are fairly simple.
Yeah, it's just so
I mean,
much per
they're
square
just-
foot, right?
Yeah, it's 18 cents a square foot.
Okay.
For the permit cost and then the regulations for it, which, is all that stuff online, Rob? Is the whole
Yeah, I think so.
zoning book?
If not,
online?
just get ahold of me, I'll give you my phone number, you just get ahold of me.
The frontages and
Okay, I'll take your
setbacks and
phone.
whatnot are all,
what do you need?
Just something to write my
Here.
phone number on.
You wanna write it right on the front?
Make it
Yeah,
look
yeah.
good.
I'm the zoning guy, by the way.
Oh, okay. Nice to meet you.
We're pretty friendly here.
Yeah, we are.
So,
Really.
We want
Except
people
for
to
her.
see, you know.
nothing, no, we don't want if there's anything in the zoning.
He said,
They forget,
I
you
know.
know, they
I know.
forget.
There you go.
It's your world, I'm just living it.
I'm a standard fixture here, sorry.
But you're gonna have to finish the house off yourself, basically you get the shell, and then you gotta put all this stuff in yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
Inside walls,
Yeah.
and bathroom and all that.
We've redid 2 houses already, so we're pretty good at it.
Okay. Understand.
And when I do drywall, it's absolutely flawless.
So I live in
I
that
do
neck,
drywall, it looks like crap.
Oh, good.
Well, at least you admit it.
Yeah,
I tried.
it's an art.
it is too, man.
Yeah.
You'd be mad at something.
Well, welcome aboard,
Appreciate
I
it.
appreciate it.
we'll work
Thank
with you.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good
Okay.
night.
You
So
guys
just
see
get
that?
a hold of you for zoning?
Huh?
Just get a hold of you for zoning?
John writes the permits. I
Okay.
don't, but I have.
If you need
I'm the
any
zoning
questions
guy
asked, Hill
and,
can tell you too.
We come over and back
Yeah.
up and,
Use the sickle, John?
and I think they got all the forms online.
That's what it looked like right here, John.
It's typical. Oh,
Appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a
Okay,
good
we'll do
day.
a quick police report then, and then we'll get to Mike. I know Mike's probably wanna get out of here, right?
So,
You don't need anything from me to prep there.
okay.
Police report.
Just do that real quick, there's not much there.
Okay, for August,
Start
twenty
putting the
twenty.
foundation walls
Yeah,
up.
you can shoot
contact
it.
Yeah,
And this is
August
what it looked like.
2025.
Oh.
3 traffic citations, 14 traffic,
Good to see you, meet you. Yes.
one disturbance.
Yeah.
One,
Maybe a nice-
animal
Get a hold of
nuisance,
you for the.
3 non-criminal
Actually, I got the
alarms,
zoning book here.
2 assists, and assisting other citizens, 73. For September,
What is the setbacks?
2025, 2 traffic citations, 9 traffic warnings, verbal.
It's really getting on you, but
3
it's not.
disturbances,
It's been
1
there so long.
abandoned car.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, I've done 0 for those.
Take it for
Non-criminal
granted.
alarm, 1,
Yeah.
assist 2, and other assist 87. That was it.
Okay, should be another year for September.
I just did.
Oh,
You did both of them.
oh, okay,
You
did
did
both
both
of
of
them.
them.
Okay,
He was on
Okay.
it. He was on it.
okay, thank you. Okay, Mike, you're up.
Let's see, we've had 11 calls for September, so we're kind of busy with
Who was
that.
that?
Missing person,
Yeah.
we had a missing child.
Oh, really?
Did they find it?
Yeah, they found him within like, I don't know, by the time we got the call and I got to the location, they already found him,
Oh,
so.
good, thanks.
A little kid would be, okay.
So that brings us to 72 for the year. I put on our trick or treat for the 26th of October, we're gonna go until 7 o'clock instead of 6:30.
Yeah.
6:30, yeah, I think that'd be good, and then,
And then we're having an open house from 4 to 5.
Oh, goodness.
We're going to have hot dogs and hamburgers.
Oh,
or
good.
something.
Yeah, because Carmouche Line donated for our party we had this last couple weekends ago. And they donated us a bunch, and we got a bunch left, so we're gonna try to use that.
All the snakes are out there. Yeah, we'll put that, we'll try to get them to sign, John, the sign, we still have an issue with Wi-Fi or something, got it work
Yeah,
live
yeah.
again, but now it's not.
Ton of people asking me online about when trick or treat.
26.
Yeah,
I
was gonna-
They start in September.
I was gonna pipe up, but I thought I better,
I got it too.
Scott won't let me in.
I was gonna say something, but I thought I better wait till tonight to say, because I didn't wanna, in case the time wasn't right, you know what I mean? I
No,
didn't-
it was okay, but I just wanna make sure that you had the resources, because
Oh, yeah.
that's my concern, that, of course, then, I wasn't here last month, so I didn't even get attention.
Yeah, right.
Isn't there any way we can permanently say, we always have it the last Sunday before Halloween? That's when we've had it for the last 20
I
years.
guess you could, I mean.
And that way
So reason you
people,
can't, you're making this up. It's
Right,
Halloween.
right,
Yeah.
it doesn't, yeah, right.
and what, you know.
The only reason your
people
Halloween-
start this in September and then they get meaner than a snake.
But the only reason you're unique this year, for example, is because Halloween is all the way on Saturday. So your plan makes sense when Halloween's on Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's awfully early compared to, I mean, I understand why you have it, because then there's spread out. But that's the only reason people are gonna be kind of confused, because it seems strange that it's so much earlier than.
I don't have the manpower.
Hopefully the building.
Well, that's the point.
We won't
Agreed.
know,
I
we
understand.
won't know until time comes.
So, I don't think that, there's no reason you guys couldn't just do a permanent Halloween
And
time.
I think,
It's made up.
I think if we just did it,
Put it down.
maybe next year, you know, I mean, like you said, just talk beforehand,
Yeah.
and I wasn't able to make last month's meeting, so.
Yeah.
If anything, so,
We
yeah,
try, you try to get better, but,
right.
no matter how you do it, somebody's
It
gonna.
doesn't matter what we
Yeah.
do, we're still gonna have people.
Yeah.
That's
Main
another
thing is-
thing, how can we find out these anonymous people on Facebook that keep trading?
You gotta let Facebook go, man. You gotta not spend.
Just turn it
your
off,
energy
and
there.
then you won't have a
Yeah.
problem with it.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm not allowed on it anyway, you won't let
Just turn it
me.
off.
No, I'm not.
Me either, me either.
My daughter asked
Me
me, and I
either.
says, here it is, we'll let you know after tonight.
You need, like, help that night?
Part of
Cause I usually
was-
get on the
this is
golf cart.
about
just
the latest
cruise
this
around,
meeting
see
can be.
Anybody needs help or
Maybe
ride.
not physical where it falls in the
Yeah,
calendar.
Don't have lights on your
So,
golf
This was a
cart.
late,
I got
late
lights.
getting
into
Oh, I
October.
got four, I
You know, it's not like
got,
those
I got
like
lights.
Right.
Decked it out.
Yeah, we take a fire truck, set a fire truck each in the town, and 2 more trucks throughout the town. John, you guys are on his personal, not the personal truck, the village truck.
Yeah.
You're in good shape.
So,
Yeah, I mean,
sometimes we
I mean,
have, sometimes we have, it's Scott tells the sheriff, somebody will send the sheriff deputy in.
Yeah.
Just to make a couple rounds, just to.
Yeah, I'll call it.
Just let them know that there's presence.
Right.
Well, just so, just watch the kids and stuff. You know,
But that's the biggest thing, we stay right on 12 with our lights on.
Yeah,
That
I
way
was just,
people don't,
I do it here,
yeah.
yep,
There's,
mainly because I'm nosy.
so, that's fine.
It's a good thing.
You gotta watch the kids, that's all you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you, Mike.
Anything else,
Anything
I'm
else?
gonna take off. so anything
No, that's
else?
fine, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, thanks for
Sure.
everything. Oh, I was gonna tell you that the SAM stuff, I didn't renew it because it's really just about, a contractor to get the federal
Right.
government. So, there was no advantage to us, and they wouldn't be paid them $500. Yeah, and I wasn't gonna pay $500 to do it, just so you know, okay?
That's fine.
Well, thanks for everything, John.
Okay, clean up. Got anything, Mother?
No,
Okay, so I guess what we're talking about cleanup, let's kind of go back to the ditch thing and get this thing cleared. I think, I agree with John, because the issue comes down to, when we clean the ditch, nobody on the north side would even let us touch the trees or anything on that side. We had that battle.
we didn't clean the
No,
ditch.
no, no, no,
When
no.
the county cleaned
I know,
the
now,
ditch.
but listen, that's what I'm saying here. So, the county, so we had to do everything from this side, because they had the right of way on this side. But now the problem is everybody put their sheds back in place and all that stuff, so you cannot get your tractors and stuff in there anyhow. I mean, there's only a few people that have benefit from it, and that, I think it's pretty damn risky. And then once we started talking about the grass and the yard and all that stuff.
John, why does this guy seem to think it's our property?
that's just the way.
Is there any accuracy to that?
No, it's the county's ditch.
The county ditch.
So what he's saying is 12 inches off of his driveway to the south begins our property, which he's right. From there to the edge of the ditch isn't ours. If he wants me to mow this little hoop that's about the size of that table with my zero turn, I absolutely will, but it's too steep to get my tractor down there to
Right.
mow the ditch bank anyhow.
Right.
Yeah. Do we still have a sidebar?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we got one, but the point is,
You don't have, I don't have time. The problem is we did this as a courtesy.
Well, yeah.
Okay,
Well,
and now he expects it, as soon as he pipes up, he wants us to
Right now,
snap
I
my
know.
fingers
We
and
all
go get
know,
it done.
Ron. We
Well,
all
I don't
know,
have time.
Well, this rotates back to my original premise when I first started representing you guys is if you're gonna operate like a real village, you need to operate like a real village. So you can't do people favors. That's not how this works.
Exactly.
But, I mean, because the reality is, should we be mowing the rectangle? Probably theoretically. But that's all that's gonna get mowed. So when he comes back in storming about the ditch,
I mean,
we're done.
if you wanna go if he wants to go there, when he said there's a triangle on our side of the ditch that's his, so then he should come over here and take care of that triangle, and he should mow the respective ditch area then that's, you understand what I'm saying? It's just all ridiculous from start to go.
yeah, we're not gonna win this battle with him.
Right.
The issue comes down to we have to protect the village and what's right for the village.
Yeah.
And then we've had a discussion now about the liability issue and all that stuff. And back to Alex's point, being,
It's just, you can't, I'm sorry, but we're not doing favors for people, despite what he may think. So, do I think ultimately would my advice be, if he's gonna continue to make an issue of the small section that's ours, probably need to mow that. But what I'm not gonna touch is any blade of grass that isn't ours. We wouldn't do that. It's much like we don't do that. We don't just go up to people's trees and chop them down if they're not ours. But if they're ours, I don't care who put them there. If we want to cut them down, we're cutting them down.
Right.
I mean, that was the same issue I dealt when I started the cleaning of the ditch with the county, when we had the tree issues and all that stuff. The county had to resolve all those issues because those trees were actually on the county's property. That's why they were responsible for taking the trees down. And that's what the issue is. I mean, if they didn't have ownership of that ditch, then they would have took ownership of taking the trees down.
See, the county will refuse adamantly to set any piece of equipment on private property. So, and do anything near private property. So when he says they come down our side of the ditch and sprayed our side of the ditch, they did, but they won't spray his side of the ditch because if they spray his flowers, then he's gonna go after them because he's got fancy little landscape bricks clear up to the edge of the ditch around his trees and
That may
everything.
or may not be on property that's his.
Exactly.
But that's just Ron. Ron's been like
Oh,
that
yeah.
for years and years and years.
Well, I understand, but here's where I'm at. When you're, and this sounds cold, but when you're running a municipality, you have to an extent, remove the humanity from it, because that's not what we do. Is we operate a village, and there are rules, and, you know, it's the slippery slope argument. So what happens when someone else just wants their stuff mowed, just for kicks?
I mean, if he wants to dive down in the ditch or pay somebody to mow mow what he thinks is his ditch or whatever, then
Have that.
And
That's
candidly,
his
he
deal.
probably shouldn't be mowing our rectangle.
Yeah, yeah.
you're probably right.
So, this is, I go one step back. I did talk to Andrea
Mhm.
from ditch maintenance, and she says, they come, they sprayed, like they said, they spray the ditch grass, and so like they keep the trees and stuff down. That's all they worry about, is
Right.
getting the brush down.
They want the
They
grass
want the
there.
grass because they need that to keep the dirt and
It
stuff in,
keeps
so
the
it don't
bank
flush.
together.
Keep the bank together. I mean, they planted that grass on there for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't kill all that stuff. They'll take the brush, they use just a brush spray for taking the trees and
So what's her suggestion for the other part of this that seems to be an issue?
what she didn't have, she said that they wasn't gonna be responsible for it. That's all she
But
said.
they are responsible.
Well, no, what I'm saying, they're not gonna go on their property, is what you're
Oh.
saying.
Right, they're not gonna.
Their only responsibility is to spray and keep the brush down. That's,
So they would acknowledge that they are, I'll word this right, they would acknowledge that they are responsible, it's just their choices that are going to do nothing about it.
Right.
right.
But they're acknowledging it's theirs, and it's their responsibility.
Years ago, the township, Tim Lynch used to have their guys come in here with the big arm mowers and mow down through there. It wasn't until recently that we started doing anything with it, cause Tim quit coming down and doing it.
Cause they come with the same issue,
Mm-hmm.
you know, cause they probably had the same thing with the county. They got in that same
Most likely.
They
situation.
probably got advice that said stop doing it.
Yep.
All right, and that's probably, I mean, what we used to do 50 years ago, you can't do anymore because they've
Right.
come to terms on all this stuff, right? Let's just face it, because of legal,
Well, we also have a zoning rules now, for example, it's not like, oh yeah, that's Mary Jo's place. We don't operate that way anymore.
Right.
right? Right, so,
So if you get on the Sandusky County Audit or Sankey County Auditor's site, does it show who owns that,
I mean, it's,
Who owns what?
that ditch? Like, you know how you can
The
click
ditch
on ours
itself?
and the map that would go beside it?
Oh.
Cause if it does, then give them a copy of that and say, this is.
I'm not getting involved.
yeah. I mean, it really comes down
If
to,
if it was our ditch, then they wouldn't have paid to have it dipped.
But I'm saying if it was on the
I mean,
tax map, then he can't argue, cause he
Right,
keeps saying
right,
it's
right.
ours.
Right.
The waterways, even though they're not navigable, they're still controlled by the county,
Mhm.
through the water conservation program, just so everybody understands that. I mean, it's not a village thing, it was all, I mean, that's why we had to go through the whole process to get it cleaned. So, okay, that's where we're at with that. Okay, water, sewer, street, John?
Like on this cleanup thing, was the sheriff still going knocking on doors on things?
I sent him a text and all that stuff, and then I got a reply, because I said, Miller's getting out of control again.
Yeah,
I mean, he's bringing more stuff in again, it's getting all his porch and everything else.
Bring something up at council according to that.
Yeah, I was looking for a report,
Oh, okay.
because there was supposed to be 2 people were supposed to be cited, but I never seen any outcome, so I didn't know who they were and that stuff, so they didn't give me the names or whatever, so I know what they actually did, you know, so,
do you know the names?
I don't, that's the
Oh.
point. I was trying to figure out who they cited, so that's why I asked Sheriff Deputy or Chief Boyer to follow up on and figure out what's going on, because I had this discussion last month with him, you know. Okay.
So can you call that person directly and find out?
Well, I will. I'm gonna have to now. I mean, I started the whole process, again, was it 2 days ago, or whatever it was? So, because I thought, well, I'll have a report by now, you know. So, okay, John?
Okay. Scott and I had talked before about the tires on the backhoe are bald. Gets a lot of asphalt time around town, so. I've been wanting to get some for a few years now, but I did order tires for that, and those should be replaced here pretty soon.
Tires on what?
The backhoe,
oh,
The big one.
oh, the big one?
yeah. The sign up at the library, I did get into it, and I did get it operational again, but I can't log into it with the laptop, and the company that built it is out of California, and I did speak with them a couple times, and they think that the Wi-Fi card has gone out in it, and it's still under warranty. So as of yesterday, they took all my information. They're supposed to get one shipped to me, so hopefully I can get the sign back up.
Good.
It's a battle, trying to get stuff done.
Yeah.
That thing is bright, it's like blinding.
It
Well, and
certainly is, Ethel.
that's what I found out is, see, I thought that it would be okay that it was just running the same 3 things through it. But then I started seeing on Facebook that everyone's complaining about how
Oh,
bright it
gosh.
is. Well, that told me that it reverted back to the old settings. So, because it was supposed to dim at
Yeah,
night, and
and-
apparently
yeah.
it's not dimming
Yeah.
at night. So
Yeah.
that's why it's shut back off right now until I get the card, because I'll end up causing a 27 car pile up in front of Joyce's house.
Lemonade.
So, that's what's going on with the sign. Peterman Associate and Associates, the engineer for the sludge stuff at the sewer plant, finally got back with me, and I've got some paperwork that I need to go over with Dave in the morning to fill out for our permit from the EPA to change the way we do the operation, and hopefully we can get at least a dollar figure. I said, I just laughed at him on the phone. I said, we're really gonna make this take a year, aren't we? I give him the PO of November 18th last year.
Uh-huh.
And all the information to do it. All we needed was someone to come shoot grade to see how high we needed to make it, so we'd get it to drain back into the plant. So, I guess it is what it is.
So November. Got
If
it.
you're lucky.
Got
Every
it.
time you talk to them, they're, oh, about 6 weeks, we'll have it. I've heard that
Oh.
about 4 times this summer. And some other people that are using them have heard the same
Same
thing.
thing.
So that must be their motto. I did get a drop box ordered for out there, and I would like to order a couple bollards and put it out by the edge of the asphalt so people can drive up and deposit their payments.
Oh,
And Angela said that somewhere she went to,
Seneca County Auditors,
Seneca County Auditors has a sign on theirs that said not responsible for lost or stolen cash.
that's left in that box.
Yeah, that's
in the
right.
drop box.
So when we get to that point, there is a sign company that I can go online and make custom signs on there, so I'll get something.
but
made for
isn't,
that.
is it easy to get into that
No,
somebody
no.
can steal or?
No, and in fact, there's jagged,
Uh-huh.
so if you put your hand in there, it's coming out
Do we have cameras out there?
knurled up.
Well, not yet.
We don't even have anything
I'm
out
just
there.
saying.
Yeah, my phone.
Yeah.
I just saw that sign and thought it
But-
wouldn't hurt to have it.
Correct.
Yeah,
Security, and I wanted to
So,
make sure I told them.
so if I put it out by the edge, this is something that anchors to a concrete pad. Well, them guys had concrete pads out there for everything to set on, and there's one that I had saved a while back because it looked like a real nice piece. I don't know, it's probably about this wide, maybe, I don't know, a couple foot. I saved it, it's out back there, but all I'll have to do is scratch a little spot out and set it down in there and cover it and anchor it to that, and then put drill a couple holes and put bollards on either side of it, that way nobody hits it with their mirror. And, I think that'll work out, because we got a lot of people, I mean, there's a lot of people that use this drop out
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
and they always gotta get out of their car to do it. I thought it'd be nice if we had something.
A little more easy.
Yeah. Especially because there's a ramp there to get to the front door. If we put it up by the front door and somebody
Lead.
tries to pay
Ice out
and
there.
it's icy,
Yep.
somebody might fall
Or
around on
they,
our
you
sidewalk.
can pay the water bill at the bank too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So
You know, these
And
people-
hopefully soon we get the okay to get going with the online thing.
Online.
I haven't heard back from them on that. They told me it would probably be around the end of the year. We're on their queue or whatever. In the big 2-story building out back, I did make a salt area with those big concrete blocks. I got a bunch of them from the concrete factory outside of Clyde. Cheapest place I found them, they were $75 a piece. That's cheap.
Yeah, they are.
Really?
So you should be.
Them things are heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're 4,000 pounds.
Oh, them things, the
Yeah.
big things?
Yeah.
Okay, no.
Yeah, we needed
Yeah,
21
little
of them,
blocks.
so
Yeah, they know
it wasn't
blocks.
cheap, but it,
So that solves
It
our
was
salt
a-
shed issue.
it was a lot cheaper than a $40,000 building to put
Well,
salt
yeah,
in, so,
okay.
yeah, we did okay.
Okay.
So that's inside that back building. The salt shed, the north wall is blown out of it, you can walk through it. All the posts are rotted off. So I would like permission to get a couple dumpsters and just tear that thing down and tear that block building down too and get rid of that. There's nothing in there but some old field tile. We've never used it. And then we can just set the dumpsters on the concrete pad that the building's on.
I think we should do that. 'Cause so we got that, we're utilizing that building basically, so,
Yeah.
so that saved us a bunch of money. It's got a good roof and stuff on it, so it should be good for.
For the meantime, yeah.
The problem's gonna be the salt's gonna just eventually rust everything, right?
Yeah, eventually it'll tear everything up, so.
But we should be good for at least,
Do you
15
need
minutes.
a motion or anything to do
To
that?
tear the buildings down, I would like a motion for that.
Okay, I'll make a motion that John has permission to just wreck this place.
Tear the old salt shed down, and
Yeah.
the old, I don't know what you would call that
I
little
just put
block
black
building.
building beside it.
Yeah,
I'll second.
Yeah.
yeah,
And we get the mess
Joyce?
cleaned up.
yeah.
Rob?
Yep.
Bill?
Yes.
Chuck?
Yes.
Gilbert?
Yes.
I already got everything cleaned up out the side there.
Yeah, it
All the
looks nice,
stone
yeah.
piles are gone, moved
Moved
out
everything
there
out from the
now.
stage to everything. Looks
And then
good.
we've got, I can haul that rubber out there too and pile it up, so I can clean all that off. There's some little, once we get a couple dumpsters
You
in
just throw
here,
that stuff away.
I'll just pitch that stuff from the old,
Yeah.
stuff
Park,
that,
yeah.
yeah, old park stuff. And then I'll be able to get these other two buildings, clean them out once we get a dumpster in here that I can put something in. And, then, I mean, we can do what you guys wanna do with them then. But the backhoe is out there, I just need to rearrange equipment in that back building. I think I'll put the mowers and stuff across the drive and the cold storage there, and so I can get the backhoe inside where it's
Warmer.
gonna be above freezing, so
Yeah.
it starts. The only other thing I got is, we're on the list to get the pile ground out here and everything cleaned up. $6,300 and some odd dollars. It's the exact same amount it was last year, so,
Yeah, you got a pretty good sized pile out there.
Yeah,
yeah. There was last year too.
Yeah.
I've been shoving it up and pushing it down with the backhoe to kinda make it look a little
Yeah.
smaller.
Yeah.
Cause they measure it, so.
And John, he
Who's doing it,
built
John?
one of the pumps out to the sewer plant too.
Oh, yeah, we had an issue with one of the
Pumps and got that
new pumps
rebuilt,
up
and
the
it's ready to
sewer
go,
plant,
so.
binding
Yeah.
up, so.
Yeah, you just
I got
gotta
that
step
all
on
rebuilt
top of all
yet.
that stuff.
okay.
Who's doing the grinding, John?
Tawa,
Fire.
T-A-W-A,
Yeah.
same company as last year,
Yeah, from Finley.
yes. So that's all I have, unless anybody has something else for me.
No, you're good? Okay, and park, and your thought on park, you want to see about getting some power or something next year? out there?
Yeah, I do. Water out, I want some water out there plus electric. If we're gonna have a little park area that people, if they wanna have picnics and stuff, you're gonna have some electric for crock pots and crap like that, and, you know,
You
some
don't
water
need
to
a
wash your
long
hands.
extension cord for the tree either. 'Cause you have
Tree's
power out
dead.
there.
Yeah.
Tree's dead and
Done.
gone. $1,400 spent, yeah,
So what are we doing about it?
yeah.
You should've just got a park bench instead.
I thought I had one out there. I might have one extra. but-
No, a nice wooden one with something at.
On it, yeah.
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 Dedication.
So,
That would've got used way more than
so
your tree.
just so you know, that comes out of buildings and grounds, just so you know.
Wow.
Getting water is gonna be expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Electrical, it's gotta be metered. You can't
Well, all
just
you
put
gotta
something
do
in.
is just,
No, you have to have a meter pit put in the ground, there has to be a meter in there.
well, that's already there at your building right there. Why can't you just use that
What
there?
building?
That little white thing where the ambulance people used to live.
Because it's getting shut off,
Well,
because we're gonna close that all down.
just open it up and add it to the thingy out there.
Not how it works.
See, you know what? If more guys listened to how women would do things, you know, you wouldn't waste.
Then we'd be spending double the money and everything would be in circles to get out there.
Okay, okay, let's move on, okay.
Talking about a dangerous
That's-
topic.
Okay, anything on the zoning other than we just had the house thing we talked about?
Nope, that was the only thing.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, I forgot to bring that up to you. He texted me like 3 weeks ago about it, and I said, I just told him I'd appreciate it if he just brought
That's
his
another
information to
taxpayer.
council.
Yeah. that's
Because
fine.
I didn't have an answer for him.
Yeah,
Not texting. I didn't
Yeah.
talk to him on the phone. he
but
just was
it looks
texting.
like the little house they built out at my place. Only,
Yours was a pole, that was a pole barn.
Pole barn, yeah, but it's a similar look, yeah.
you know, but-
Okay, let's go on to old business, keep moving forward. New village office update, just so everybody knows, so, Ryan finally come out this week and he started putting other stuff back together, we finally got the doors, they're supposed to be here Thursday, so, I got a plan, hopefully by end of next week, we'll have that all kinda done and we'll start getting cleaned up. I called Bascom to see about getting internet and phones and all that stuff, so he's working on a quote right now for me, cause I said I don't wanna do anything with Spectrum, which we'll talk about Spectrum in a little bit. And I said, well, you know, so it's just a way of customer service, right? So we got a problem, get it fixed, cause I'm not messing around anymore, I'm just tired of messing around. And we can use the same number, they said they can just port the number over there when we get ready to switch. And if we gotta throw another number in here for the short term, for the contract or whatever, then that's what we'll do. And that way we can get service out there and get everything operational. And then I'm gonna probably get 5 phones, and then we'll just use the same phone number. And then basically it's all Wi-Fi connected somehow, I'm not sure what they do now. So we'll do that. So also, they started the flagpole, we got the hole dug and all that stuff, and got the flagpole finally showed up. I mean, that took forever to get here. So he's hoping to pour the concrete tomorrow, let that set up, and then we'll set the flagpole up. And as a side note, I was talking to Tony today, and what we're probably gonna do is they're gonna put a generator out there for the EMS station, and also they're gonna take that one dorm room and split it in half and make 2 dorm rooms all at one, and then we'll make a training room. So that's all scheduled for the winter. So we'll probably just wait to spring before we do the grand opening, because we got all this other construction going on right now, because right now I just have a muddy mess out there. So I'll just wait to spring, get that done. So, I think I went right with the problem was I'm gonna talk, Brownfield update. We're out there talking about Vesuvius. That started, looks like it's come out about $250,000 under what they thought it was gonna cost. So, I've been negotiating with Renee and Mike and all that stuff, and they did the asbestos evaluation stuff on the buildings, and I think we can take down that administration building and the old maintenance building back there in this project, because we got the money already appropriated from the state. So I'm working on that right now, so hopefully I can get that stuff all taken care of, so there's no cost to the village, but we can get that mess cleaned up. So I'm working on that deal, so I've been kinda going back and forth and working on the details on that. They've got they decreased the amount of stuff that they gotta remove. Even since we got out there, they take some other samples, and the stuff's in better shape than they thought it was. They're do some more samples in the ditch, and they're gonna clean some in the ditch again, and then right now they're putting the bentonite in the clay and sealing off the drain trenches, not the drains themselves, but the trenches around it where there's anything leaching to that, because they've already flushed all the drains, and everything came out okay. But whatever's trapped in the trenches with the stone and stuff they packed around the pipes, they gotta seal that off. So they'll go back like 20 feet from the ditch, and they'll pack it with clay and bentonite, and the bentonite will expand and seal it, and then get that mess cleaned up. So hopefully, a couple more weeks, they'll have that all done.
Good.
So it's moving forward, but they, get all the equipment out there, and we got everything flushed now, so they've been digging around all week doing that stuff, so nothing happens fast, right? It's mobilization and all that stuff there, so those are the 2 topics out there. Let's go talk, ordinance 2025-03.
2025-05.
05, excuse me, yeah. I'm sorry. And this is the one for the ordinance, is enacted to protect the health, safety, and residents of the village, best by regulating door-to-door solicitation, preventing fraudulent practices, reducing crime, and preserving the peace and privacy of residential neighborhoods. Solicitor means any person, whether a resident or a village or not, traveling by foot, vehicle, or any other means from house to house, door to door, place within the village for the purpose of offering goods, requesting donations, or distributing advertising materials. Resident means a person living in a private residence within the village, and no citizen list is maintained by the village. So that's how we're gonna do it. So this is the third one, right? Third
Third
reading.
and final reading.
Final reading.
I just need a motion to adopt.
Motion to adopt.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
I'll second it.
Rob,
Yes.
Gilbert,
Yes.
Chuck,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Joyce.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now, this FSA, what was the F stand for? Because I wanted to make sure you couldn't.
Flex.
Flex.
Flex
here-
funding.
Okay, so what the issue is, I went up and I talked to Joe, and they don't offer an account. The bank offers a health savings account, but they do not offer a flex. So their options are that you can maybe do a debit card and put some money aside, or it make more sense maybe just do a small pay raise versus, because it might end up being easier, because if you do the flex system, then we got all the part-time employees have to be the same.
Correct.
That's correct? So that's the issue, and so then it just, whatever we decide to do costs us 4 times as much. You know what I'm saying, so, it's not something we gotta decide tonight, but I think that's where I'm at. So I think maybe the best thing from my perspective, and I guess you guys think about it, and we can decide what we'll do next month, is you just do a small raise or something, just for employees. Maybe that might end up being easier, because then you won't have to worry about trying to manage a debit card and an account and all that stuff, because that's what Sherry told me up there, that you can do something like that, but then, let's say you put $600 in each one of the employees or whatever, and then you gotta have the debit card, they gotta manage that and all that stuff, right?
And if they don't use it, it gets clawed back.
Yeah,
And there's rules about how much money they can put in up to 3,200 of their own, because
Yeah.
it becomes tax deferred and they can do it.
yeah.
So,
It gets sort of real ugly real fast.
I think it's hairy.
Yeah, so I think, from my perspective, looking at what I'm at right now, maybe that's how we approach it. So, I want you guys to think about it, and then we'll discuss it in a direction maybe next month. Because I think that's what we're gonna do, we do it at the first of the year or whatever. Okay, next thing we'll talk about the opiate settlement. I think all that paperwork got,
Yeah, I just wanted to mention, because the last meeting minutes mentioned that you were going to sign all the paperwork, I just wanted it in the minutes that I had to sign.
Yeah.
So that everything's signed online, DocuSign, but I was the one that had to sign all the
because
paperwork.
it came in her name, like, she's more important than me, so that's how it works. But we got that straightened out. And then I think you was gonna investigate the cybersecurity, you're gonna work on that, right?
we don't have to do it for a significant period of time, because
Yeah, I wanted that on here
we're the
because
village.
for
We're
my
a
other
village.
job, for the
Yeah.
township,
Yeah,
I watched we have videos that come across every so often from the Township Association, and cybersecurity is getting very scary,
yeah.
so it is serious. There's been huge towns that lost millions of dollars through this stuff, and the thing that scares me is I could lose everything my husband and I have worked for, because if something happens, they will come to me to get the money back. So, it's very serious.
So I will say one thing, I think to our advantage of this, sometimes our size is helpful in the fact that, for example, I'll use an example, like my village solicitor stuff, it's just a Google account. So they would have to go after Google to get my stuff. You know, a lot of these places that get hit, it's their internal, it's like their own systems.
Yeah, server systems and stuff. Yeah.
And so we're almost helped by the fact that we don't have as much of that kind of stuff. Because let's play this out to the extreme, right? Let's say some Chinese hacker decided they're going to lock our stuff up. What do we realistically have that would be a problem if it got locked up? That's my point. I'm not trying to be. So that's something for us, obviously, as the village to think about is we don't have that kind of stuff that we have to get. Like, obviously, if the county gets hit, it's a huge problem.
We're really not,
We can barely figure out whether we have a zoning rule about a foundation size. Because we gotta go blow off the
It's just
dusty
all the
stuff.
things that could happen because of the sneaky way they're doing things with emails, like, I personally have gotten
Yep.
numerous emails, like they were coming from Dave and Mike,
Yep.
saying that they want their payroll changed.
Yeah, where their payroll is
Yeah, I
automatically
mean, it happens
deposited
here.
to.
It happens here.
Well, but
And
that's
it's
but
just
that's
weird.
what I'm saying, right? So that's where we're advantaged by the fact that we operate almost like a regular person. Whereas, let's say you open that and it's a problem. We don't have like the county network, for example, that like now your stuff that you've opened is now spread to.
Mhm.
I think it's kind of be trapped on your computer.
It's the 20th.
And so I think our worst case scenario would be, oh, that was a fun computer, and because we don't have that type of structure.
Yeah, it just, I don't know. I don't
You're
know.
not wrong. I mean, Wood County had a huge problem with it.
Yeah, Columbus, I think they lost 400,000.
Right, it was a big
And
deal.
whoever that happens to, if, it's taxpayer money, so they come after the employee. And,
Yeah.
no job's worth that.
So yes, I know we have to do it. We're not we're not required to for a little bit of time because we're a village, not a city. And I get it, I think it's something we obviously need to be aware of, but I think our infrastructure is such that we're far less of a risk if we were to do something than.
And I also thought maybe we should get a hold of Adam or the computer guy and see if there's something
Like
he
put a
thinks
lock on
to
it?
put on, cause he does
I
IT
think it's,
stuff all the
yeah, and I
time.
think it's worth seeing what do we have where, and then from there you can kind of decide
I
which
mean, we
one.
can go ahead and put the firewalls and stuff in, I don't have a problem doing that. I
Yeah,
think
cause
that's
I'm
probably appropriate.
very leery of what I click on with emails.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, if you don't know them, then you got,
But it's just the ones that could get through, you know, it's just scary.
No,
The things I've been
I
watching.
opened one today that looked legit until I opened it, and then it wanted me to open up open up an attachment, and
Right,
I didn't recognize any of it, so I just deleted it.
and see, like with John's computer, it's not attached to anything, but mine, you know,
Right.
they got into the UAN, it's got everybody's social security numbers, like, there's a lot of stuff, our bank
so we
account
probably need to look at the
information.
firewall part of it and get that stuff, we started that process.
And there's some, with mine, it's the UAN system, and it comes from the UAN already set up, and there's scans I do, 2 different scans I do every week when I'm in here.
Yeah.
So, that checks for things too, it's just scary,
Yeah,
the major amount of money that's been
yeah.
taken from places.
I get it. I sort of think we can address it. I have less of those concerns because of the nature of what we have.
I think we probably get a computer guy and
I
see
get
if
it.
put a firewall.
Nope, I get it.
Yeah, we do that and try to protect whatever we can, so.
Joyce, can I borrow your fire department page there?
My what?
Your fire department page.
Oh,
It's right there.
Okay. So again, touching that, okay, the next thing is safety, excuse me, update. So we got all the paperwork done and signed, I got a hold of Robert, we got that straightened out, he's got it. So it's on the state agenda, that's go to the state board, it goes in their agenda and then they gotta approve it.
Okay.
So that's where we're at now, so I'm just waiting on that next step, which is the state, so I don't know when their next board meeting is, Robert's taking care of all that stuff. So whenever that happens, they approve it and it comes back, then Safe Built can be our person to manage their stuff, and that way we get it all straightened out. That was a challenge getting that done, wasn't it, Angela?
Yeah.
We got it though. So, read a non-flyer update for Alex.
So at this point, we ID'd 47 people that we need to
Send letters to or whatever.
What? No.
Oh.
Well, send complaints to.
Oh, okay.
Letters that they're obligated to answer. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
But what I need to ask council for is money. So to file the complaints, they're small claims. Most of ours are small claims. They should all be small claims. It's $80 to file. There's 47, so that's $37.60 filing fees I would need. I would ask perhaps council to approve maybe up to 5,000.
Yeah.
That way I've got some wiggle room if we need to refile for someone or
Yeah.
file some other things connected to it. So I'd ask for 5,000 for the purpose of enforcing the income or village's income tax. And then if we needed more from that, I would come back to council.
I think when we did that in the past, we got one, how many thousand we get last year when we did that?
It was well worth, what we paid just on those handful of them was well worth it.
Yeah.
And this should be well worth it.
Yeah.
And you guys approved for him to spend up to 2,000, but that was back in 2021, and he's only got
And we have way more
1,000
people.
left, so we wanted to just start all
We
over
got a
with
lot
this
more.
one.
Okay.
But, before you vote on this also, this will,
This is all
to
of
sound like
currently.
the Sopranos, this is settling all family business. So these that we put
Until next
together,
year.
that she put together for me, it's anything that was outstanding. So when we file this time, there's no one we missed.
This is through
This is
2024.
up to most recent. So then we'll be square and we should have then less of these
Mhm.
going forward because there'll be less people.
That's what I'm hoping.
And that's the only way we're gonna get this thing resolved, that's what we have to do, so I guess I need a motion to approve the $5,000.
I'll make the motion. that
I'll
we-
second it.
Joyce?
Yeah.
Brown?
Yep.
Bill?
Yeah.
Chuck?
Yes.
Gilbert?
Yep.
Okay, my question, Alex, is how does this happen? Do they get a letter in the mail?
No, they get sued. So what'll happen,
is it a
so we're,
subpoena?
so, they'll physically get, what we did last time, and I'm gonna do similar, is I'll file a small claims complaint. The small claims complaint really is for failing to file the return, because we don't know what they owe, if anything. But we know that they lived, or we believe that they worked or lived within the village.
Right.
So the complaint is you have failed to file a return, and we believe you may owe monies. So what happens is we file, they'll answer it. Hopefully they'll show up, we'll sort it out, they go back to Rita, we're done.
How is the letter sent?
Well, they're gonna get served like a civil complaint. So they're gonna get a certified mail from the court.
Okay.
That's the complaint. They're gonna open it, they're gonna panic, they're gonna call me, and then we're gonna a lot of times sort it out. If they don't, they're gonna show up to court to deal with it. If they don't resolve it that way, we do what's called a debtor's exam, which means I haul them back in and they're obligated to disclose their finances. And we figure out what, if anything, they do owe. Because there's a possibility some of these people actually don't owe anything or don't need to file, but Rita believes that they do because they probably filed in the past and
Moved out of town or
but
something.
Rita doesn't know that. So they just believe that and they've never been updated. So that's really what this is about. And my policy is if they sort it out with Rita, we dismiss. It's gone. If they take care of, I mean, we're not really looking to push it. I'm not gonna be petty and try to collect the $80 if they sort it out, because we're gonna make way more on that by getting them to comply and pay. The issues become when they don't. Ultimately, we have not done this yet because it's just a lot of hoops, but we would go after them and garnish wages and that sort of thing.
And we have 5 people from last time that still hasn't done anything,
Right.
so that's frustrating to
Because
me.
what happens is I'll meet with them, they'll say, yeah, I'll take care of it. We have a time constraint, and so I'll ultimately dismiss. But a lot of civil, so then we eat another filing fee and that sort of thing. So I probably will approach them a little differently this year, and I'll probably keep the cases open to do it that way.
Now, when people move into town, are they told that we have this and everything? Does everybody know that they have to
Yes.
pay this Rita tax?
That's on the sign.
It's on the sign,
Well,
I think.
maybe some people can't read, you know.
Hey,
that-
they
that
get
would-
handed to them up here.
Yeah.
So they have to come into the office and then when they
Well, set up
sign
their
up,
water
set
and
up
sewer,
And all
everything?
that stuff, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, there's a lot
okay,
up there.
okay.
The part of the problem sometimes is a lot of communities, a lot of businesses will not withhold Bettsville's tax.
Mhm. Well, yeah.
So that's where some people will get dinged, is they just don't know, or they assume it's been being withheld.
I know 2 people also that didn't live in town, they just got their mail here.
Then that's on them to show that they don't live here.
And see, this is what's
Okay.
frustrating, all these people have been contacted by Rita numerous times,
Repeatedly.
that's why they're called non-filers.
Okay.
Rita sends letters to all these people, and there's probably a handful that I found a more updated address.
Okay,
Most of these addresses on here are correct addresses that Rita has already sent.
okay.
So there's no reason that should have to come down to Alex. having
We are
to do
not the
this.
first time they're hearing
No,
that they may or may not owe
they've been
money.
numerous. Some of
'Cause-
these people are from 2018.
Because, or if they don't owe, let's say for example, a lot of people who are retired will not owe because they don't have active income, they have passive income.
They're not letting Rita know.
They're gonna get a letter from Rita that says, hey, why don't you file your stuff? And they're gonna go, hi, Rita, I don't have a job anymore, I'm retired. And Rita's gonna go, okay,
Fill this form out, we're
and they're
done.
done. They
But
would
they don't
never
do
have
that.
gotten to the point of me going after them.
On the thing about businesses not withholding
Mhm.
for their employees, what if there is a business in town that pretty certain doesn't withhold for their employees, and I don't know if any of them are ever actually paying?
I don't know how that works. I don't know how you make a business withhold.
I'm not saying make
Yeah.
a business withhold,
How
but
do you know the people you're saying?
how do we make the people?
Ultimately, as a person, you are the person required to know whether or not you owe taxes.
Are you
It's
asking
ultimately-
how would we know?
Right.
Rita knows somehow, they get some reports, cause there's been
I
some people
believe
I've
they
come
get it-
across that work here in town, but they don't live here in town.
I think they somehow get it through their federal.
Something
returns.
Rita gets, I don't know what it is.
I think that's how that works. And, or some places won't double withhold. So for example, like my wife works in Maumee. She does not get Bowling Green taxes withheld even though she
Right.
should. They're only gonna withhold Maumee's.
Right.
But I've never filed a mommy tax return in my life. I'm just assuming that number's right, and I don't file
I
it
know there's a
because
business,
it's withheld.
I know there's a business in town that a lot of the employees there have told me that they've never paid it.
Nice. Well, they're probably on this list.
Possibly.
And that's the point of, but where Angela's point is that my complaint is not the first time they've known about that.
Right.
They would have gotten
And
something.
with that list, absolutely, absolutely.
But you're right, John. I mean, that's the ultimate. That's the rub and the problem sometimes of Rita in general is because some places aren't doing that. It's not crazy to have someone not know. You just wouldn't, especially let's say you live here but you work in Fremont, for example. They may have zero idea that I also owe taxes to Betsville.
Or work here and live in Fremont.
Correct.
Right.
Have any idea?
But
But-
if their address is right, they should have gotten a letter.
More than once.
Right.
Yeah.
For many.
Not only stuff from Rita, but from us. I
Right.
think that said, hey,
Mm-hmm.
sort this out.
But I sent like 57, so I did get around 10 or so, 50 some. 10 I did get taken care of, so that was good.
Yeah, but these people, the people on this list, it's final notice time. We're gonna have to file because I can't.
Right. Okay. Anything else? Now we'll move on. Okay, next thing was spectrum updates. Did we get involved with that, or what's going on?
So, Angela forwarded me everything. I've had a couple of trials, but I did reach out to them, and I basically said, hey, you're dealing with me now, with regards to this, so we'll see what they have to say. I just very basically said, hey, reach out to me. We have some issues with the service that was provided, and we wanna talk about the bill.
Did
So
you
we'll see.
email them?
Yeah,
Any response?
not yet, but I mean, that was just the other day.
Okay.
I'm gonna do everything through my email, so we'll always have that tracked and that record of it, so also if you ever wanna see it, it's in there.
Yeah, I think it's best just to, deal with it, because it's a big corporation, and it's gonna stonewall, so it is what it is. Okay. Okay, new business, trick or treat, October 26th, 5:30 to 7. So we gotta make sure we get that out there to everybody, get it posted.
Question real quick.
Yes.
Is the fire department doing anything for their open house?
Yeah, they're having hamburgers and
Hot dogs, all
and
kinds of
stuff.
stuff,
Because
yeah.
I was trying to put something on the
Okay.
Facebook page,
And they're having,
and his report doesn't say anything
yeah,
on it.
hamburgers and hot dogs, he said, and they have all that stuff, and, probably chips and that kind of stuff. Probably some drinks. Then on the website, so at least it's out there, okay?
Now, what time do you say, 4 to
4 to
6?
5.
It says on your
5
paper,
for
Oh.
fire department and 5:30 to 7 for trick
Oh,
or
5.
treat.
Oh, 4 to 5, 4 to 5, okay.
Okay. We get that all posted so we at least get some people calmed down. Okay. Next thing is a Swicker gas contract, I just got that, so again, it's time to start, we're gonna do 3 readings, so we'll read that tonight and then get it enacted for the first year. And this is ordinance to regulate the rates and charges to be charged and collected and the services to be rendered by Swicker Gas Company, its successors and signs for natural gas and natural gas services for each to the village of Betsville, Ohio, and its inhabitants for the period of January 1st, 2026 through December 31st, 2026. And this will be ordinance number, so this is probably 25 something, right? You got a number for that?
20, 25, 11.
11, okay. So, this is the first reading then for it, so. Any questions? And we got some, next one is, Angela's got some reallocation of funds, and see if I figure out that paperwork. I saw it somewhere, probably over here. Okay, this is the, Angela had to reallocate monies within the following funds. General fund, $166 was moved from insurance and bonding to tax collection fees and to interdeposit fees. I need a motion to approve that.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
Rob?
Yep.
Bill?
Yes?
Joyce?
Yeah.
Chuck?
Yes.
Gilbert?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, Star Ohio transfer, Angela?
I had to transfer 25,000 from Star Ohio to the primary account to pay bills.
Okay. Okay. All set? And the last thing I wanna talk about is the Carmos agreement. Okay, so this all comes down to, closure of 31, Road 31. And we've had this discussion before, but my point was I wanted to make sure I get an agreement to protect the village. So I have this agreement, I'll kind of read it to you, and then what it amounts to is for people up in the ridges like that, protect their wells, and then people in the village protect their foundations and stuff like that. Because right now, Carmouche does not legally have to do anything. So, the township has already signed an agreement with Carmouche contingent upon commissioners closing 31, and ours is the same way, it's contingent upon the commissioners closing County Road 31. So, my goal was to make sure that I got something to protect the village, because, like I said, they don't have to do anything, so.
And we can't stop them.
We can't stop them, they already have permits and stuff like that, so they, they're already moving the dirt, they're doing all the things and whatever. And they're gonna do the blasting, so the issue comes down to is how do we protect our wells and stuff like that. So let me
I
kinda.
gave everybody a copy of it too.
Okay, so you probably all look through it, and then we'll kind of talk about it, so. And then, I guess if everybody's okay with the basic terms of it, then I can make sure I got everything cleaned up, that this is a good agreement.
I will tell you this, is, I find it to be a very favorable agreement. I'm very surprised they would agree to this, to be perfectly honest.
I think all we've ever been afraid of is the water. It's just-
Yeah.
Well, I understand that, but they're really opening themselves up to liability on this, with this agreement. So, I mean, there's zero risk to the village by doing this. I mean, it's more so than I was expecting. For example, there's no, I mean, like, they're agreeing to court as opposed to like arbitration. There's all sorts of stuff that they're just basically saying, yeah, whatever you want, we'll do.
We're being good neighbors.
They're either being good neighbors, or they probably, candidly, probably aren't real concerned any of this stuff will happen.
Right.
It's probably more likely where it's at, that these are just not concerns, but at the same time, I think it's also a little bit to your point of, they know this isn't probably super popular,
Yeah.
so this might be a way to at least quell the villages and stuff, that we can do this. But there's nothing in there that's negative to us.
So the thing I think is important everybody understands here is Carmouche does not own the quarry. The quarry is owned by MGQ. They mine the quarry, they just buy the materials for their process
Yep.
from the quarry. So the issue is, it's not just Carmouche, we're talking about, we have Carmouche, we have MGQ, we have M&B, we have MG Materials, and you also have Church of Dwight.
Yep.
They're all tied together. This whole thing feeds this whole economic engine in the township and the village. I mean, I think there's only 4 people that actually live in Betsville that actually work out there, as I understand. I think that's what she told me. And the rest of them are from the community around, from Old Ford or whatever, right? So my point being is, this quarry has sustained this village for over 80 years. You know what I'm saying? So the livelihood and the money, and that's what comes in. That's what the village of Betsville is. But we do have the risk of the water. So that's what my point was trying to get some kind of agreement with them, that we would have protection within the village, that there's no cost to the village, but if something happens, they would have to drill wells, or they would have to fix the foundations or whatever, so they'll come in and do surveys and stuff like that, and then we got monitoring wells and stuff already set up. They're gonna monitor the water levels, so if there's something, it's not just gonna affect us, it's gonna, the people within 1,500 feet around them.
Yeah.
So they're getting protected too. This is an agreement with what the townships kinda did. But there's the same agreement is contingent to 31 being closed. If 31 doesn't close by the commissioners, then this stuff's all void, right? But my point was, they don't have to give the village anything,
Right.
because they already have all the permits and all that stuff. And that's what people need to understand. My point is, I can't stop that. And the road really doesn't, I mean, it affects Betsville a little bit, but there's a lot of other options going on, plus they're gonna build a whole new road and stuff over by the halls, over by Stanley Miller's place and all that stuff, which is gonna change the truck traffic away from anyhow. Plus they're gonna modify 70 and 158 and all that stuff to take it all the way, truck traffic over to County Road 11.
Oh.
So, from the township's point of view, township's totally benefiting because they're gonna have a road that's gonna be totally maintained by the Carmeuse, and they don't have to worry about it. But you know, the townships are just like us, they only have so much money to work with. So, they're making sure they get some kind of agreement too, that they benefit. So that's why this whole thing's kind of working out. Again, it falls back to the county commissioner, because that's a county road. So we don't own the road, we don't have any say over the road. Only thing we have is an input saying we're okay with it as long as we're protected. And that's what I was after, is to protect the village the best I can, because they don't have to do anything. But at least this way, we got something that's gonna protect the village.
Yep.
And that's why I wanna talk to you guys tonight. And I think, if you guys are okay with it, I'll sign the agreement, because it's all contingent, you know.
Chuck had something.
Yeah,
Well, I was just wondering, what makes them, say something does happen, what makes them stand up to this, or?
They don't have a choice, they'd get sued.
they get sued, because it's a
It'd
contract.
be a breach of
Okay.
contract.
Breach of contract,
We'd have the ability to go after them.
yeah.
All right.
And that's what's unique, this is why I
Which is what
also
they're giving us.
why I encourage us to do it is, many times in these, if you were to look at them, there's provisions that essentially say you can't sue under the contract, you
Right.
have to go to what's called arbitration, which is basically, someone is hired to sort out the issue. That's not here, this says we'll go to court. So that's another reason I think it's absolutely worth it, is they're not, it's very strange, they're not limiting their liability or
Fighting
anything.
nothing, yeah, they're making sure we're taken
very-
care of, that's why I
right.
said that, being good neighbors.
Well, the point is, they want the stone under the road,
Right.
you know, because that's where the good dolomite is, that's what they want the dolomite, right? So, he's telling me they probably got 40 years of the good
Good
stone
work.
in that area,
Yep.
that they can take advantage under the road, all the way up to Sycamore, all the way over to over to the railroad tracks like that, from when they did their test drills or whatever. So that's why it's important to them, that's
Yeah.
why they wanna do this. And the other thing you gotta understand is that these minerals and stuff is what makes the world work, with the glass and all the stuff that they use that product for.
Yep.
I mean, that's what makes the United States go around, so if you shut off these mineral supplies,
We're losing,
well, then
All of us.
all of us will lose,
yeah,
right? So,
not just the village.
the bottom line is, like Alex and I had a discussion, I think that's why it's important that we figure out protection for the village.
And I think that's why they're willing to do it, because they're definitely getting stuff out of it.
And as the village itself, we probably have very little actual exposure to harm from the projects.
Right.
We're pretty far away in the scheme of things, and, you know, this isn't,
No.
if there were bigger issues, I think we'd already have known about it.
Yeah.
Well, I think honestly, if you think about it, years ago, we had more exposure because the walls were right up against 31,
Yeah.
right? If you look where the dug at, well, all that stuff, they're
Dropping
all
now.
past that now, and it's all getting backfilled.
Yeah.
So the exposure to the village is probably less than it was 20 years ago.
Candidly, the village had way more risk with the Vesuvius and stuff than this.
Yeah,
Those places were far more hazardous to the village than this.
Yeah.
Because that's in your town directly impacting your water, your buildings, your houses. This has at least got a little bit of a buffer.
Yeah. I mean, that's why we went with the brownfield, right? I mean, that was the whole idea of buying the property and stuff, so we can get it cleaned up and get this brownfield stuff done. Because we didn't want an East Palestine issue. So, I
Yeah.
mean, that's why we did what we did. It's all about protection of the village and the people in their homes, right? I mean, that's why we chose to do these things. And these things were not easy. I mean, I like to tell you how much paperwork and stuff that we
Yeah, yeah.
did back and forth just to get this stuff done. So that's why I pushed so much for protection of the village and this agreement with Carmeuse. So I guess that's why I want to present to you guys and make sure you guys are okay with this. If you're okay with it, then I'll sign the agreement, because I want to make sure Alex is okay with it, you know?
And I think it's very favorable. You really do. I was very surprised.
So I'm open, and I want to hear what you guys think. I mean, it's not just me.
I perused it while you were talking, and I haven't read it in depth, but I scanned through the whole thing, and I don't see a problem with it.
yeah. I agree with it.
All I ever was worried about was the water. I didn't care. They could have built right next to me. I just didn't want the water supply. Because our water encompasses clear over like the Amsden, you know, this water table. Bath, you know,
Right,
It would impact hundreds of people.
Well, and you have to remember also, if they're doing stuff that really is gonna have serious water impact, they're gonna have other problems aside from the village of
Yeah,
Bensville.
yeah,
Mhm.
They're gonna have Ohio EPA and
Yeah,
EPA in
yeah.
general, and
and that's why.
township and
I-
county and all these other
Yeah.
people are gonna be a problem
Yeah.
for it as well,
You know,
so.
and that they're on top of what we wanted, so.
He told me they've been in 6 years in this process of getting permitting to do what they was doing, and it's not an overnight thing, well, you know, so,
I mean, they're monitoring with seismographs to
Yeah.
see what damage could happen to the foundations and stuff like that, I'm assuming that's
Yeah.
what that's for. They talk about the water, now they're gonna be monitoring all that. They are assuming liability for any contractors that work for them. I mean, you don't even see that.
Mm-mm.
At least I haven't. I'm good with it.
so Chuck, what do you think?
I'm agreeing with everybody, if that's what they agreed to do, and you seem pleased with it.
Yeah, and there's definitely a way to enforce it, that's always my biggest thing, is I don't wanna jump through these hoops and have it be
Not
for show.
Yeah.
We can enforce it,
I'm for it then.
Mhm.
Well, I'll talk to Jake then, and I think there's a couple clerical things they gotta straighten out on or whatever, or, you know, punctuation, stuff like that. I would never catch that, because everything was always backwards for me, so I,
And with whatever John mentioned too, maybe
well,
something.
yeah,
like that.
that's another agreement, but I'll get that straightened out, because that, they are monitoring, I just wanna make sure that's a separate issue,
Okay,
but I'll make sure that gets resolved, so I'll have a discussion with Jake then, and we'll see what they, so I think what they're getting ready to do, they're getting ready to present this to the county commissioners, and I talked to Tony today, so as long, the township's got an agreement, I talked to Tony, and if we do the agreement here, he's basically okay with it. You know, we gotta talk, get Adam Gilmore on the economic development, they wanna see what the numbers are as far as the economic impact to the county and the township and the village, all that stuff. So Adam's got all that stuff put together, so he'll give that to the commissioners as well, and then we can do it again. No, and then basically, we'll see what the commissioners do. I mean, at the end of the day, they own the road, we don't, so.
Yep.
so you're just gonna bring us back to the next meeting?
I'll probably go talk to Jake and if I get all that stuff straightened up, I'll go ahead and sign it, so that way, because what they wanna do, they're gonna petition the county, I think this, next month. And I think the county has 60 days or something, they gotta take action on it or something.
so I would suggest maybe if you wanna present, if council has interest in authorizing you to enter into the agreement, then it gives you some time if there's gonna be little tweaks to it.
Okay. I guess I entertain a motion for,
I'll make a motion to empower the mayor to sign the agreement with
I'll second it.
okay, roll call.
That was Rob, you made it?
Yeah.
Rob?
Yep.
Bill?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yeah.
Chuck?
Yes,
Gilbert?
Yes.
Did you look into the slide for the people?
Slide.
It says some people would like to have a slide at our little park.
That was at the last meeting. we talked
Yeah,
about.
that last meeting.
And that was way back on parks, that was about 12 letters ago.
Oh, I missed that.
Okay, but I actually, Carlos would.
Come
entertain-
gonna
they would
get a
donate to
slide,
that or
put them on
whatever.
park in it.
Cause they got a separate fund for that stuff, I mean,
Oh, good.
so they got some money.
Remember, that's how we kind of got the park in the first place, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was a park from a company?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The basic.
Yeah.
That worked out well.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Motion to adjourn.
A motion to adjourn.
I'll make it.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Now.